Thank you, everybody, for coming to the College Football Betting with Aaron Torres YouTube channel. Before we get to the video that you came here for, if you could do me one quick favor, just click that subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow. I appreciate it more than you know. Also, if you want to, click the little bell notification so you know anytime any of our previews go live. We appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. A top 15 matchup in the SEC. Alabama at Missouri, one of the more intriguing games. Alabama is a 3-point favorite. The over-under is set at 51.5. This is a noon Eastern, 11 Central kickoff, so that's maybe sort of worth noting. But let's go ahead and dive in because there's a lot to talk about with both teams. And I'll say this, I think Missouri is maybe the last major team in college football that we're still just trying to figure out, right? You go look at Missouri's schedule. Listen. 5-0 is 5-0. We're not here to criticize. We're not here to pick apart being 5-0. At the same time, the wins: Central Arkansas, Louisiana, not Louisiana State, Louisiana. What else? UMass, Kansas, and South Carolina. South Carolina is probably the bottom tier of the SEC. Kansas, I don't think is very good. And even that Kansas game, Kansas jumped out to an early lead. So we don't know a ton about Missouri. The one place that I will give credit for with Missouri, though, is that if you actually look at what they've done, they've given you just about everything you could have hoped for out of a team that really hasn't played pretty much anybody at this point. Number 4 in the country in total offense, 550 yards per game they're averaging, an especially strong run game. You know, Ahmad Hardy has to be maybe the most underrated player in all of college football right now. Do you know who Ahmad Hardy is? Even if you do you know that he is the leading rusher in college football right now? He is, of course, the Missouri lead tailback. This is a guy that has 730 carries in 730 carries. That'd be a lot. 730 yards in 5 games. He's averaging 7 yards per carry. He also has 9 rushing touchdowns this season. He also has a reception as well, which is kind of nice. But this is the UL Monroe transfer. I believe UL Monroe was his only offer coming out of high school. Well, by year 2, he is in the SEC, and he is leading college football in rushing with 730 yards and 9 touchdowns. By the way, do we know who Missouri's quarterback is? Oh, it's Bo Perbula. If you don't know that name, he was Drew Aller's backup last year at Penn State. And let's just say there's already some discourse on the internet about if Penn State took the wrong quarterback or kept the wrong quarterback. We'll see what happens this week in the biggest game of the season. If Bo Perbula and Missouri pull off the upset, though, pull off the win at home, I think that conversation and that discourse is going to amp up exponentially. As far as Alabama is concerned, listen, you know, we could sit here and break down everything Alabama. I don't know that, to me right now, there's really a ton to talk about. Should mention, by the way, before we get to Alabama, that Missouri defense is really good as well. Probably need to go ahead and acknowledge that, again, they haven't played the best competition, but when you're top 5 in the country in total defense and run defense and you're top 10 in pass defense, you're doing something right. So they're good on both sides of the ball. Give them credit, all of that. As far as Alabama is concerned, certainly they have played the much more challenging schedule so far this season. But to their point, to their credit, they have stepped up to the plate in competition every single game they've been ready to go. Couple of things on Alabama. One, Ty Simpson, to me, if I had a Heisman vote, and if the season ended on October 8th or October 9th or October 10th, whenever you listen to this, going into week 7, Ty Simpson would have my Heisman vote right now. 70% completion percentage, 13 touchdowns, 1 interception. The Florida State loss, I don't think was really on him. And oh, by the way, win at Georgia, win over Vandy, was great against both teams. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception in back-to-back wins against top 25 opponents. Beyond him, the run game seems to have figured itself out with Jam Miller back. The O-line, I got to give them credit. They were an O-line that really struggled against Florida State. They have been much better the last couple weeks. And then the defense. You know, the defense, I think it's a little bit deceptive to look at what they did against Vanderbilt. They gave up 334 yards of total offense, 136 yards rushing. We talked about on the Aaron Torres pod on Sunday, 101 of those yards rushing were in 2 carries total. And basically the rest of the game, they gave up about, 1.5 to 2 yards per carry. As far as the pick in this game, just mentioned the Alabama defense, just talked about how Missouri has one of the top 5 defenses in the country. This might surprise some people. By the way, I've seen a lot of is this a trap game for Alabama? I could be dead wrong. I think Alabama is kind of beyond, to quote Taylor Swift, they're beyond their trap game era. I think they know it's at stake every single time they take the field. I bring it up because to me, I do like the over in this game of 51.5. That might be surprising given the success of the defenses. First of all, with the Missouri defense, listen, I understand that statistically they're good. I guess what I would say is I do still have some questions. Matter of fact, for fun, I went ahead and looked it up. I'm even going to pull out some notes here just to show you that maybe some of the offenses they've faced are not the best in the country. Here are my handwritten notes, by the way, for the week. These are the offenses that they faced. Kansas ranked 39th in the country. Louisiana ranked 72nd in the country. South Carolina ranked 92nd in the country. UMass ranked 136th in the country. Central Arkansas is an FCS team. So they have faced a grand total of one team currently ranked in the top half of college football in total offense. And then as importantly, the pass offenses that they face, because Ty Simpson is playing on a completely different level right now. And these are the pass offenses that they faced. Kansas, 42nd in pass offense. Louisiana, 133rd in pass offense. South Carolina, 88th in pass offense. UMass, 118th. And oh, by the way, in the Kansas game, they were able to move the ball through the air. So they faced one good pass offense all year long, and that team was able to move the ball. And so I think Ty Simpson and Alabama are going to have success. It's not that I don't buy the Missouri defense at all. I do think there's going to be a step up in competition this weekend. Beyond that, the Alabama defense, I know I just praised them for Vanderbilt, but I do think, Georgia was able to run the ball at will against Alabama. Georgia, for people who forget, 227 yards rushing, almost 7.5, I think it was like 7.7 yards per carry, something crazy like that, against when Georgia played Alabama a few weeks ago. So they were able to move the ball on the ground. I think Missouri with Ahmad Hardy, Bo Perbula can make plays with his legs. I think they're able to move the ball on the ground as well. I do think Alabama wins. I think they probably cover as well. But could I see, 34-31? Could I see 38-28, something in which they cover and the over hits? Yes. But my best bet in this game is the over of 51.5. I think Alabama wins, but I think Alabama wins by putting up a lot of points on a Missouri defense that otherwise has not given up very many points.